Hello and welcome to the video. I'm Jimmy the Mower and today we're going to be testing this brand new Cobra 40V Aerator and Scarifier. Well, doesn't this look a beauty, eh? What a machine to start with. It's light, it's compact, and hopefully it's going to do us a great job. Now, if you're thinking of getting one of these or you've bought one already, it'll either come to your mail order like mine did, or there is a dealer network up and down the country where you can buy them and they are pre-assembled. However, if like mine, it came via the post, then there is a little bit to do to get it to this sort of condition where you can use it. So if you need to do that, then please look in the description for my other video showing you exactly how to put it all together. Well, if you went to watch the video and assembling this product, I hope it looks something like this. And if you're still with us, well, let's talk about the battery. Right, the battery comes and there is some charge in the battery, but as it says in the instructions, you must charge it up to 100% before you use it for the first time. Now, the battery fits into the charger quite simply. You put it on the top, pull it in, and it will click like that. It plugs into a standard 3-pin plug socket and you turn it on. A couple of lights on the front. It's got a red light for charging and a green light for fully charged. Also on the battery itself, there's a little button and that will light up and tell you how much is in there, whether it's a quarter, half, 3/4 or full. Now to remove the battery from here, this might be a little bit stiff because it's new. You hear it click in, so lift the handle up on the back and then slide it out like so. That's it. It's as simple as that. Your battery's fully charged. Now we need to put it into the machine. And you haven't got to worry about putting it into the machine because there are a number of safety features, so we can put this into the machine. I just always make sure that we have got it on grass just in case you do activate the handle by any chance. So to put the battery in, we lift up the protective cover and I put the battery with Cobra facing away and the red bit on top, and it just slots in just like it did in the charger and clicks in, as simple as that. And we close down the lid and then we're ready to go. Safety features then, well, there's a couple on here to start with. First of all, we've got the isolator switch at the top here, this big red button. Now, this pulls out and nothing will work without that being in, okay? It's on a lanyard which is looped around the handle when the machine comes to you. If you have people in and out of your shed, children that might mess with things, etc., you can take that off and put it in a safe place. However, if you're just using this machine yourself and there's nobody else around, you can keep that on there, because if you do lose it, you'll have to get another one because the machine won't work without it. So let's show you exactly what it does. When we've clipped this in, we just literally clip it into place. So it's in there and stuck, and it still doesn't work, right? So what you have to do is push this down. It's a 2-step start. So we push this down. This tells the machine that it's ready to go, and then we can lift the handle and the machine starts. We let go of the handle and the machine stops. We pull it again, it will not start. We need to depress this button yet again. Now, this here is commonly known as the dead man's handle, but it's basically for operator presence. So if you're walking up and down your lawn, you notice something, you turn around to pick it up, you let go of the handle, it will stop. But be careful if you're going to mess with the machine, if you've got something caught up in there, because it will continue to rotate for a couple of seconds, okay? Right, now we're going to have a look at the other end. So now we're down at the business end of the machine, and this here is probably the most important dial on the whole machine. This sets the depth of the cartridge that you'll be using. Now with this machine there are a couple of cartridges. We've got the Scarifier cartridge here, which we'll cover in a separate video. Today we're doing aeration or slitting cartridge, and the reason we're doing that is because the ground is so compacted over summer. We've had a great summer, brilliant for barbecues and parties, not so great for growing grass or lawn care. Everything was hard as concrete, and then after that it started to rain, and it rained and it rained and it rained, and all that water sat on the top. So you might buy this machine as a scarifier, but you have to understand that aeration is really key to growing good grass, and this machine does both of those jobs. And with this slitter we'll show you now how to put some little slits into the ground to sort of open it up and let the water get through and let the air get through as well. So what I was saying here is on zero, that's transport. We can freely wheel this backwards and forwards, no problem at all. Then we turn it round So it's lower, it's got lower here and higher here depending on which way you're standing. And as you can see, I move that round, you can see that the machine's getting lower. It actually moves the entire body of the machine, not the cartridge. The cartridge is in a fixed position, and the machine moves up and down on the front axle. So when we do this, I'm going to put it on number 1. I'd never used this machine before. The ground is soft, so it might dig in a little bit as well. We'll put that on there and we'll just see how we get on. Right, we have got a grass box as well. I'm going to put the grass box on the back because I don't know what will drag up out of the lawn. And fingers crossed, it might pick up a few leaves as well, which will save me another job. So I'll get the grass box on and we'll have a walk up and down and see what we can do. Wow, wasn't that impressive then, eh? I thought my lawn was in pretty good condition considering it's only 70 square metres. I know in the UK there's lawns a lot bigger than that and some a lot smaller, so 70 metres is a good test really. And we got the slitting or aerating cartridge on, but it's acted like a verti cutter. Now it's taken off lateral growth, so as your grass grows and it spreads out, you're taking away that sideways growth and creating sort of more air pockets around the roots, etc. And that's exactly what this has done. And I didn't think my lawn was in such a bad condition, but I'll show you now. I don't know how much of it you've seen, but there you go. Right, so it did pick the leaves up as well. And there was me naively thinking, I'm not sure whether I put the grass box on for this application or not. It might not pick too much up. Well, I emptied it 3 times and this is what I've got left. And there's still patches around because it got so full that it couldn't collect it all at the same time. So you can see it's taken a lot of sort of material out of there as well. And there's a fair bit of like dirt in there. Now, it has gone deep enough, even on setting 1, just to scratch the surface with this. It's very soft, it's been very wet for a long time, and the reason we were using this cartridge today was to just scrape a little bit of that away, just to break the surface up a little bit so it'll allow the moisture to drain through and obviously get some air and gas down to those roots. And it's worked, I can't deny that, it has worked. And as I said, 70 square metres is the lawn, and I'll just pull the battery out. Again, how easy is the battery to get in and out? You just click it and it pulls out, no problem at all. So there's the battery, and we'll put it on, and it's still saying full, right? Still saying full on the battery. 4 lights are all lit up. When I was in operation, it was sort of on 3/4. It was saying whether that was because there was a heavy load, because it was taking so much material off. I don't know, but my goodness, I really didn't think it'd move as much as it did, but it really did. So there you go. Now, I've only used it in one direction. I'm only slitting in one direction. We'll cover the dethatcher in a different video. And when you're scarifying, you can do that in 2 directions to make sure you've got everything. But we don't want to sort of rough it up too much today. We're just here to try and improve the quality of the lawn so we can get it back into some sort of nice shape. There's still quite a bit of material lying around, so what I'm going to do is quickly whip over with a mower, and then you can see what it's like when I've finished. Well, that's all that done and dusted then. And how quick was it really? I didn't expect to go over so quickly, and I didn't expect it to pick up so much material from the lawn. We just had to keep emptying the grass box. Now, as you saw, there were little bits and pieces around as we were doing it, That's my fault really, being a bit lazy, not emptying the box. I didn't think there'd be that much to come out of it, if I'm honest with you. I thought it was in a lot better condition than it is, so I'm glad I did it. Now, we started off on the lowest setting and we kept it on the lowest setting, or the highest setting actually. The highest setting, yeah, we lifted it up, it's at number 1, so that is actually the highest setting, and we went over. Now, just be mindful when you're doing your own lawn, there are undulations in the lawn, and when you're going along, it can dig in if you go into one. So you can just lean back slightly on the machine just to lift it up a little bit in there to stop it digging in and forcing itself down. Now, onto the cleaning bit. Yeah, there's a bit of mud in there. Scrape that off. We've done this on a wet day. I presume if we look underneath, there'll be some mud and grass under here as well. The beauty of these machines, they're not petrol engine, lithium ion battery. You can pick it up and you can have a look underneath. Yeah, I can see the mud and all the dirt and everything that needs on there. You can tip it over, clean it out, get it all spick and span before you put it away in the shed or your garage. Now, if you need to change the cartridge, you can do that easily. You can tip the machine over and change it right there on your lawn. It only takes a couple of minutes, but I have made a completely different video about that in the workshop where we could get some better camera angles. And if you want to have a look at that video, just click in the description below and take a look at that, as well as all the other videos for this machine. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it's sort of given you a bit of an insight in what the machine can do. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you can. Anything nice to say, pop it in the comments section below. I'm Jimmy the Mower. I'll catch you on the next one.